Let's be real. Do you think AI could ever actually lead to a Terminator-style takeover?
Yes. Like you
Why
said.
you say it so fast?
Because they 100% could.
Imagine that on the belt line, okay?
I can imagine it right now.
Ready Player One.
Cool, yeah, Ready Player One.
What do you feel is the most realistic?
Unfortunately, the economic situation that they had at that time is not impossible to occur.
You know what I mean? The algorithm can bring some things that like you would never search for. However, like they know there's so much stuff going on in the real world. Like if you do duck off and go out into the wilderness and you lock your phone up, what if like your city's being blown up?
Well, you weren't there.
You weren't there, but then like...
I mean, that actually worked out to your benefit.
It worked out. It did work out, but dang, like you ain't know about it.
Yeah, but some people don't want to know.
Yeah, check me. We live in our phones, but what if we can make them? Got every app in the world, where's the participation? Looking for representation. Don't overlook the pavement, Silicon Valley was patient. So join the movement, we ain't got too much time to be wasted. I said it's deeper than cold. Vibe with me, yeah, it's deeper than cold.
Hi guys, welcome back to It's Deeper Than Code. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Big Papa Code.
In today's episode, we are talking When TV Got It Right.
When TV got it right.
What do you feel like that title means? I feel like they know, but they want to hear from Big Papa Code.
I think, we can think about all these times in the past, I don't know, the Jetsons or whatever, the sidewalks that move or whatever. We got those at the airport right now in Atlanta.
Heck yeah. We've been had them in Detroit.
Yes, I mean, like, it is what it is. Like, there's plenty of times where art has dictated what people that actually want to develop things ended up developing. So we want to talk about some of those times.
Yeah, and it's actually really interesting, too, because if you were to ask me like a couple years ago, like, could I see the Jetsons happening? I would probably have said no. But in today's age right now, seeing all the technology and everything that's happening right in front of us and how fast it's like happening, they definitely were the blueprint.
Exactly. Like there's a company that was raising money recently and I happened to see like some stuff they were working on. And I can't remember their name right now. It doesn't really matter. They're not paying me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they're working on flying cars right now. And they actually have an actual working flying car. The question is like, will we ever have them on the street though? Because...
Will they be affordable to the average person?
Not even just affordable, but yeah, that's one thing. But the affordability, I think it will catch up. It's a matter of...
Yeah, as long as they have a firm.
Well, they have a firm. If you can affirm it, right?
Yeah.
But how are you going to change traffic laws to allow for people to be able to like, you see in the Jetsons, like you go over somebody, around somebody, like it's like 360 now.
I feel like it would have to be like a middleman. You know how they have like for airplanes, the air control,
mm-hmm.
and then we have traffic control. We would need to create that middle where we'll be operating.
That's weird.
It's weird, but it can happen. It should happen if we're going to, you know what? Before we get on that, they need to have scooter laws.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah.
People are going crazy with them scooters.
Mm-hmm.
Just going from place to place and just hop on a scooter and going off.
Yeah.
I feel like there was a Disney Channel movie back in the day.
Xenon?
Was it Xenon, the girl of the 21st century?
Yes.
Didn't they have the scooters there? Where like you could just pick it up and then just...
And it kind of, but it floated though, right? It was on the ground.
Maybe that might have been it, but I feel like...
And that's probably what's going to be next too.
Yeah. I could see that a lot faster than the flying car.
Yeah, they probably have it right now. Yeah. Think about it. Yeah, like the hover things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Xenon girl, the 21st century.
Imagine that on the belt line, okay?
I can imagine it right now.
Okay, so we got video calls and robot vacuums. Where are our... Oh, we just answered that.
Yeah, we just did.
Yeah. So we know where our flying cars are. That was kind of... Ready Player One.
Cool, yeah, Ready Player One.
Which is one of the best movies. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys just need to watch it. It's a good movie. Mm-hmm. Not only is it a good movie, it's so realistic. Mm-hmm. Especially when I think about that, the Meta 3.
The metaverse?
Yeah, the metaverse. And just actually like when I'm in the Oasis, I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer to be there sometimes.
I think a lot of people would. And I mean, and because even right now, people like prefer like to play a video game than go outside as it stands at the moment. So what happens when you can like immerse yourself into the whole experience and like live inside of it? That's going to be a whole different, just world at the end of the day.
Well, we need healthy limits. Like, you know how like your phone tells you you've had too much screen time? We would need that for the Oasis and for like the Apple headphone, like all that. We would need, because you can't just be on there all day.
You're right.
But there will be people that are on there. There are people on there.
There'll be people streaming in there.
Yeah.
And people watching, people in the metaverse.
And it's so interesting because I find myself like watching people on Twitch that I never would watch normally, but I'm just stuck on their channel just because it's so entertaining, I guess. And it's also just something that the algorithm brought me to that I feel like, dang, I guess I do like this. You know what I mean? The algorithm can bring some things that like you would never search for. However, like they know.
They know based on everybody else watching. They're like, yeah, you can watch it too.
Like you align with them.
Mm-hmm.
Will we really need vacations anymore?
Will we need vacations anymore when we have
Ready Player One?
We have Ready Player One lifestyle. That's a good question. And I mean, at the end of the day, no and yes. Because I mean, you want to be someplace in the real world and experience it like face to face and really know you're there.
Though?
I think people.
If you got to spend an arm and a leg to do it,
that's true.
And it could be just as fun. Well, you can't really touch the sand. You can't really get a tan though. So
yeah, like you can't touch sand, get a tan. I mean, there might be a way for them to do that, but in the metaverse, you can experience.
There'll be a way for them to do that?
I mean, yeah, to make you think you're touching the sand.
Yeah. Nice breeze.
Yeah, to make you feel like you're getting a breeze. I think so. I think there's ways for that to occur.
Yeah, I would be in Turks every weekend.
Exactly. I mean, like, and some people that might just want to do something like that, I think that's going to be something I would love to do.
Yeah.
Right.
And not have to leave actual home.
Yeah, but I also might just want to just go and experience the Amalfi Coast like my ancestors. You know what I mean? Like the way that they used to do it. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. There's always going to be people that want to do that. Like right now, you don't have to like hiking. Like people used to hike because they had no choice. You know what I'm saying? Now people do it as like a pastime. It's like, let's go hike out into the woods with nothing that we've invented the last 100 years. Let's put up a tent and sleep out here in the danger with wolves and tigers and bears, or whatever the heck is out here. Like, why would you want to do that? Because it's fun.
Yeah, when it's glamping. And you can use technology to make you a nice penthouse type. You've seen that, right?
I've seen people do that.
Now that's lit.
Yes, I'm saying, but some people just like just being in nature.
Yeah.
No technology, no nothing, just barefoot, running through the woods, climbing trees and eating things that grow out of the ground and just doing that. So you made a face. I'm saying
it sounds good and it sounds like, but we don't have the survival skills that our ancestors do.
Some people do.
Some people do. However, it's also like there's so much stuff going on in the real world. Like if you do duck off and go out into the wilderness and you lock your phone up, what if like your city's being blown up?
Well, you weren't there.
You weren't there, but then like...
I mean, that actually worked out to your benefit.
It worked out. It did work out, but dang, like... You ain't know about it.
Yeah, but some people don't want to know.
Some people don't want to know. And then that's when it's avoiding.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Speaking of that, my book, Sidestepping, talks all about avoidance. So make sure you grab it.
Yes, we're plugging that. Definitely. Check that out. But question though. Okay, let's go back to Ready Player One.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel is the most realistic
thing about Ready Player One?
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, the economic situation that they had at that time is not impossible to occur.
Especially now. Especially now.
Yeah, so...
But my question, though, with Ready Player One, how did they be able to afford that technology, though, with the economy being like that?
Well...
Or was it given?
I don't think it was given, but with Moore's Law, every 2 years, you can double the amount of computing power you can have. You can double the amount of transistors on a chip or whatever. So, that continues to make things more and more powerful, and it makes technology cheaper and cheaper. Like, you have I have a terabyte on my phone now, and that would have cost like a bajillion, fulfillion, mega battrillion dollars 20 years ago. Right? So...
No, for real.
Exactly. So
meanwhile, it's an iPhone 16 coming out. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's like $1 million, but 2 years from now, it's going to be $50, you know?
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
So you can get access to it just because it's not crazy expensive. It's like buying a PlayStation for them to be able to get what they had in Ready Player One.
But still, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of scary to think about too.
True.
But still, PlayStations aren't as easy to get.
PlayStations are easy to get as long as they make enough.
Why do they make it seem like it's such a hard thing? Like you got to stand in line. I guess to be the first people.
When you get the first ones, but I mean, if you want to get one now, I mean, you just go get one.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to be one of the ones that got in the first couple months and they didn't build enough, they didn't do this and do that. So it's all this scarcity that gets artificially created. You know, it's just all
it's all part of the marketing. Yeah. It's less about the actual equipment and the product.
I'll just get mine next year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sort of thing.
How do you feel about like beta testing?
How do I feel about beta testing? I think beta testing is great. I mean, you need a group of people to make sure.
Are you a beta tester for Apple?
Not for Apple, but I've beta tested plenty of stuff.
Why wouldn't you do it for Apple? I feel like you would be great at that.
Then nobody asked me.
Oh my God, I can get you to sign up. It's just a link.
Okay.
you could literally have Apple AI right now.
Send me the link.
I would definitely will. Oh my God, yes.
I mean, when I think of beta testing, though, I think of like a small group of people that test an application beforehand, et cetera, et cetera. And normally somebody who's working on the product has to know you to tell you to beta test. That's what I normally think of.
Yeah, Apple made it much more like, if you know about this one link, then ta-da, you can be a part of the club.
Cool, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it.
I'm going to send it to you for sure. I didn't do it.
You didn't sign up?
No, because I just feel like I'm a bad beta tester.
Why?
Because I have no patience for things not to work. You know what I mean?
You beta tested our app.
Well, I just love you guys. What do you mean? I will beta test anything for you guys. But for Apple, I expect more. Like my sister she is a beta tester and she was showing me, we were on FaceTime and she was like screen recording and showing me all these different things. She screen shared her like the new update or whatever. And the amount of times her phone just completely glitched, it pissed me off. I hung up. I was like, we'll try this again another day. Do you like Star Trek? Like, did you watch it consistently?
I watched. There's just so many different Star Trek series.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the original series, obviously, when it came out because didn't exist. But Next Generation, I watched that. That was the first one I saw, was Next Generation and Voyager. And then I went back and watched the original series after. And after watching the original series, I said, you know what? I see why people like this old one.
Yeah, like the original one, right?
Yeah, the original one, yeah.
Do you feel like that's kind of what got you started and like interested in future type things?
Did it get me interested in it? I think so, because, you see all of this like crazy technology that's like, exists in the future and people talking to aliens like it's cool or whatever. So that definitely did open those thoughts up. And the more and more we continue to, create these like crazier technologies. And then when I was in high school, like I was around a lot of people like building robotics and stuff like that. And then there was this dude, his name was Dean. He was like an older guy or whatever that went to like Polytechnic, the institute or whatever that was near my high school. And he would like talk to us or whatever about all the stuff that they're working on. And he introduced me to Peter Diamandis.
Oh yeah.
Did you check him out yet? No, not yet.
I'm dealing with the narcissist again. I mean, you gotta give me some grace. I'm just kidding.
But just like getting introduced to all that, Singularity University, all those things is what made me start to see the vision that there can be for the future. And I think Star Trek definitely like made me receptive to care what the heck this random Greek guy was talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it kind of like introed it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, if you asked everyone who is involved in tech, I wonder, would everyone have said they had some kind of experience watching Star Trek?
Definitely not everybody in
Not
tech.
everybody, but a good portion probably.
There's a good portion of nerds that definitely have watched Star Trek. You ever seen Big Bang Theory?
Yes.
See how crazy they go about it?
Yeah.
That's not too odd for a bunch of my friends. Depends on which one of my friend groups there is. I have like 3 distinct friend groups, right? That like,
and each friend group probably watches the same thing.
No, they don't. No, they don't. See, because I have different parts of my personality, right? So I've got my thug friend group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever.
OGs.
Yeah, I shouldn't even say it like that, but that's what I say that to them all the time.
They know.
Yeah, but like, do any of them watch Star Trek or any of that stuff that I like? No, but you know what? Like, they'll listen to new Lil Wayne with me or whatever, or something like that. And
even though there is a song where he's like, start.
I don't even know.
Okay, never mind.
I mean, it doesn't sound like something he wouldn't say, but he's got too many songs. And I feel like I know like at least 500 Lil Wayne songs. I don't know that one.
Do you feel like he deserved the Super Bowl slot?
See, we get into the Super Bowl.
I'm just saying.
But
quickly.
But
yes or no?
Yes.
He deserved it.
Yes. I think that it's New Orleans.
Yeah, right. But then I had talked to someone and they were like, well, it's been in New Orleans multiple times and he's never gotten.
But Jay-Z wasn't in charge of it then. Rock Nation wasn't in charge.
So you think it was a personal thing?
I'm saying previously there was no chance he was going to get it. Now it's not like, so let's put it this way, right? It's like, this is going to sound really bad if I say it this way, but I think it's going to make it really understandable. Let's say there's this girl that as a dude, you just think she's so amazing and so wonderful, right? And she only likes dudes that are 6'5" and taller, right? So that
you talking about me? I'm just
it wasn't. Let's say that's the thing. She only likes dudes 6'5" and taller, right?
Okay.
Now that's her thing. So you never have a chance, right? Okay. Then she changes her whole entire opinion. It's like, you know what? Now it's only you got to be 6'3" and shorter. And now it's like, oh, I'm in the game, right?
Okay.
And so you weren't in the game before, but now you're in the game. And
I feel like I know where you're going with this.
And then she choose somebody else. She choose somebody who's 5'8" that she didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, wait,
Kendrick.
what about me? What about, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. So it's like, it's the same thing. It's like, well, before, the Super Bowl was never going to pick a hip-hop artist or whatever the case would be before Rock Nation. Wasn't really going to happen. So he wasn't in the running. He was never going to get it. Then Rock Nation takes over and puts all these, hip-hop type acts back to back to back. Then it gets into your home city where it's like, okay.
I have a chance. I finally have a chance.
And I still don't get it. So it's like, dang. Now you like people like me, but you don't like me enough because you give it to the other guy who does something like me, who's also short, black, right? Like, let's think about Kendrick. But,
And then just the connection alone of like the year Kendrick had is a direct reflection of him versus Drake. And it's just to know that Drake is with Lil Wayne. It causes a lot of, my wheels are turning.
Exactly. It could have something to do with that.
But
Kendrick is not a bad choice. Kendrick is going to kill it.
Yeah, he's going to kill it.
Did he have to kill it in New Orleans? No, he never.
Was it for him to say no?
No, definitely not.
Right?
He had to say yes. I mean, he
had to say yes.
If they would have asked me, I would have said yes. And I don't even know what I'm going to do. I mean, like, Super Bowl. It's Super Bowl. How you going? I'm not going to say no. Like, I like you and all, Lil Wayne, but I ain't going to say no just because,
But
Kendrick might try to bring him out anyway.
I feel like he should.
He might.
That would be beautiful, Kendrick.
Is this
episode going to be out by then, Kendrick?
It is, but I feel like it would be nice if Kendrick brought Lil Wayne out and Lil Wayne brought Drake out and they did a thing. Remember how like when Drake brought out Meek Mill?
Yeah, I thought that was corny.
You thought that was corny when he brought Meek Mill out?
Yeah, I just think when it comes to like beef, like rap beef, stand 10 toes down behind it. I don't want a kumbaya moment.
What about Jeezy and Gucci? They
not back like this.
I know, but they formed So Icy together?
Barely.
It
was crazy. Yeah, no, and you, after Not Like Us, Drake, you should never be that man's friend.
You can never be cool with him. Like, but here's the thing. Nas, what he said to Jay-Z in Ether, the way he talked about him in Ether.
But they're in their 50s.
But he forgave him way before they turned 50. And then Jay-Z signed him to the greatest record deal of all time and gave him generational wealth. Like, that was, first of all, what
was the beef even about?
Well, I don't know, but I'll tell you what everybody says. Memphis Bleek dissed Nas first. Right? And then Nas didn't really say anything back. And then Jay-Z made Takeover. And Takeover, he dissed everybody, mad people from Queens. Mobb Deep, Nas, or whatever, etc. And
he poked the bear.
And also Biggie and Nas had beef beforehand. That's like kicking the door, like a song by Notorious B.I.G., kicking the door, waving the 4-4. That's him dissing Nas.
That was him dissing Nas?
Yeah, he's like,
oh, snap, I was just singing along to that in the car.
You dissing Nas in the car.
Oh, snap, my bad.
I don't think Nas cares. I think he likes the song too. But,
Yeah, I mean, how can you not, right?
exactly. So, but
That's fine.
at the end of the day, yeah, that's if you listen to the words, you start to be like, oh, it's a very like, why you go after Nas like that? But you let Tupac talk all crazy.
Yeah, talk crazy
You
to
got
you.
Tupac talking crazy, but you wouldn't say this song to Tupac. Why are you saying it to Nas? That's messed up. But anyway, that's a whole other thing.
You know what? Why? Yeah.
I mean, but he did make Who Shot Ya. That was about Tupac. I feel like it wasn't as rude as kicking the door.
Yeah, it was more respectful.
You think Who Shot Ya was more? The end of it's like, you heard the end of Who Shot Ya?
Yeah.
With the whole scene with the
what is it? He's about his medical condition, his friends.
No.
That was rude.
That's Tupac saying that.
Yeah.
Tupac saying that about Mobb Deep and Hit 'Em Up. I'm saying at the end of Who Shot Ya, which is Biggie's song, he has this whole thing where he's like, where he makes it sound like he's like killing somebody at the end.
And just hearing back, though, that's so eerie that they're both dead.
Yes.
And I think, you know what? I just put it all together, bruh. The reason why Nas and Jay-Z were able to come together is because they saw
that. That's what they said.
Yeah.
That's what Jay said. He said, he's like, you know what? I kind of like being here.
Yeah.
So let's
and we're playing it a little too crazy.
And thing is, though, the crazy thing about it, though, is that Nas is like one of those like really, really like laid back, but like you really shouldn't mess with him type people.
Yeah.
Because like I remember there's one story that Snoop Dogg was telling, right?
Yes, I know what story you're talking about with Tupac, right?
Yeah, Snoop and Tupac.
Yeah, what happened though?
So Snoop and Tupac were together. They were in New York, right? Which obviously is not their stomping grounds or whatever. They're like, they don't got nobody with them. It's just them.
Yeah.
And they come in, right? And they see Nas. And then Nas is like trying to be nice to Tupac or whatever, because, you know, he's just being respectful or whatever the case may be.
Such a nice young man.
Exactly. And this is at the point he is a young man. So he's only like 22 or something like that at this time.
Right.
So they see each other. And then he's saying, you know, I heard your song, blah, 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 whatever. And he already had beef with Biggie kind of anyway. So it's not like he's like dying to like jump to Biggie's aid.
Yeah.
So then Tupac tells him like, well, if you really, you know, you really like mess with me or whatever, then don't say nothing. I know I dissed everybody in New York, but you better not say nothing. And then when he's saying that, like everybody hears Tupac talking to Nas crazy. Yeah. And so all the thugs around start standing up and start like kind of like, wait, do we need to take care of this?
Do we need to jump in?
Do we need to do something here? And Nas is just like nice, like, nah, you good, man. I would never say anything to you. I love you, man. And Snoop is like looking around like.
Not realizing it's like a whole bunch of people surrounding him.
Realizing it.
Yeah.
But Snoop has better, I don't want to say more street smarts than Tupac. He's just smarter than Tupac.
He's not as much of a hothead.
He's not as much of a hothead.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way, right?
That's what
Smart is
that
not
was.
what I should say, but that's what I mean. Like, he's better at assessing the situation. He's like, all right, like
everybody's reaching towards him.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Calm down a little bit.
Yeah, pipe down.
And Nas is just like, nah, we good, and then we leave. And then like 20 people leave with Nas or whatever the case may be after that. And then Tupac's like, yeah, I punked him. And like and Snoop Dogg's like, nah, he gave us a pass. Like, was you not paying attention?
Yeah, read the room.
Like read the room. Like, that could have been a wrap for us that day. And Snoop's like, I didn't even do nothing. There's nobody from New York. I'm just here.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, man.
And I'm from LA, so unfortunately I'm part of this. You know?
Exactly. And that's like what's your original thing, like different friend groups. That's
what we got started.
That's what I talk about.
Yeah.
With that friend group. And then, you know, we got other friend groups I'd have other conversations with.
Mm-hmm.
Like my super nerd friend group, they might ask me something about 5e Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. You don't even know what that is.
No.
Yeah, you're not nerdy enough.
No.
You didn't even reach a high enough level. But I know all about it. I can build a character right now.
Really? What is that?
With Dungeons and Dragons. D&D, you don't know what that is?
The only D&D I know, do not disturb.
I'll send you a link.
Oh, okay. I can make something.
You can make your own character and like experience stuff as that character.
I really want to get back into Sims because I have some anger that I want.
You feel like you would let it out in there?
Yeah, I would leave somebody in my
I haven't played Sims in like forever. I don't even know what's going on.
Really?
With it now.
I hear it's like dope. This new version, they have like, you can like.
I feel like it's been 20 years.
It has, man. It probably, Sims has been around since I was like, I feel like a baby. I've always watched people play Sims.
Yeah. I remember when it came out. And I remember I was a pretty young person. And I'm like, I got like 8 or 9 years on you. So like, yeah, something like that. Yeah, like I probably was like 9 or 10 when it came out.
Okay, so these are just questions about different movies. The Matrix, which by the way, The Matrix kind of scares me.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't know if you're in it right now?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. You know, you feel like...
Chrissy.
Stop. It's like the more you know, the more you feel like you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then you ever seen, it's like this picture that comes up on like my Twitter all the time, or X. It's like, X. Shout out to Elon. It's like, nah. So it's a picture of a guy who he's like looking at a brick wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's another guy who's like looking up past the brick wall at like the world, like what's really going on. And it's like a war. It's like all dark. But like the brick wall is like a picture of like a rainbow, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like what version you want to see. Like, do you want to see the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to see like what's in front of you that looks nice?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right.
What would you want to see? Would you want to see the truth, the real life? Or
I want to get pulled out. Like if I was in the Matrix right now, let's say I'm in the Matrix right now, and Morpheus wanted to pull me out, would I let him pull me out so I could see the horrible world that exists outside? I think I would like to know what's really going on around.
Really?
I would be like...
Even if you could have no control of it, though? Like...
You don't have any control when you're in either. So, you know... pull me out. Let me see what's really going on.
How would you be able to sleep?
Same way Neo figured it out.
I'm going to have to do the blue pill. Okay, but anyway, will we end up living in the world like the Matrix? Even though we are. I feel like we are in it right now. But however, like realistically, living.
I sure as heck hope not. But I mean, if you let some of this technology go astray, like I've said before, there's like this theory, right? Where we're like, if there's a future, right? Like
why you have to say if, bro?
Because I mean, we don't know what's happening tomorrow. So I mean, if there's a future and the world goes on long enough, and with everything we know about theory of relativity, et cetera, is there, like, theoretically time travel is possible. So that means somebody would have already done it in the future and already been back here, right? And apparently, like, there's, like, this whole conspiracy theory, which I'm not saying I think is true. I'm just saying, like, you really, when you look at it, it's like, okay, well, yeah, if somebody is going to eventually do it, somebody's already done. That means it's already happened and they've already come back here, right? Because if you eventually do it in the future, that means it happened now.
Already, yeah.
You know what I mean? So it creates that whole causality problem, right? But because they can't directly change things or whatever the case may be, they're saying that some people, what they did is they made all these sci-fi movies to tell us, like,
send us
do
messages.
not do this thing because Terminator. Do not do this thing because Matrix. Like, they went back and made those things in media so that we would know.
You know what I'm
not
about to say.
Do it.
It reminds me of Avengers Endgame.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they went back.
When they go back and then go on the whole, in the heist movie. It turned it basically the heist movie.
The heist movie, yeah. Or almost like the butterfly effect.
Mm-hmm. Like when they make these changes and it goes like, it makes all these different things.
Mm-hmm.
Or more like Loki.
Oh, yeah, more like Loki. Oh, what about that one show? Dang. It's kind of new. This guy, he went to like kind of save the younger version of himself.
Oh, with Ryan.
Yeah.
What's his name? Ryan.
Is it Gosling?
Not Gosling. It's not.
Ryan
That's the thing I was about to say. Reynolds.
Yes.
Why we both thought Gosling first?
I don't know.
I knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
But Ryan Reynolds. Yeah. What is that called again? I don't remember what it's called. But yeah, he goes back in time and then sees his younger self. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to see his younger self, though. I can't remember. It was good, though.
It was really good. Hey.
Ryan Reynolds, everything he's pretty much in is pretty good. He doesn't really have a lot of misses. He really doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't, actually.
Like, think about like what movie he's been in, you were like, that sucked. That was garbage. That was a waste of my time. I don't even know why I did this. I've never felt like that after a Ryan Reynolds movie. Like, never. And I'm a pretty bad movie critic. Like, I hate most movies I go see.
Really?
Yeah, I
well,
do.
who do you feel like is a bad actor then?
Okay. See, now because I like their stand-up, actually, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Oh, who are you about to say? Cat Williams?
No. Actually, I think Cat Williams.
not Cat Williams.
Kevin Hart?
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. There's been movies that Kevin Hart is in, and I'm like...
Trash.
And I love it. And there's movies that he's been in, and I've been like, you know what? Because I've been riding with you for so long, Kevin, I'm going to continue to consume more of these, but I'm going to need you to step it up. That's how I felt a couple times. That's my honest, truthful opinion. But I feel like, okay, this is a lot of early stuff he did. I was like, yo, just do stand up, bro. Like a few times. And then he's like really started taking it seriously. And even one that I didn't think was going to be good.
What? Which one?
It's Kevin Hart. I'm going to watch it. I'm a loyal fan.
Okay, so you watch everything.
Yes. If I rock with you, I'm going to watch all your stuff, whether it's good or not.
Okay, that's real.
And I normally won't say anything bad about it unless somebody really provokes me to, like you just did. But at the end of the day, the Die Hard. I know you didn't see it because you don't like.
I've heard of it, but yeah.
But Die Hard actually came out pretty freaking good for what it was supposed to be. Like, I was like, you know what? I'm not forcing myself to watch this. I just like it, right? Like Jumanji, I thought was good too.
Jumanji was good. It has a good plot though. It's hard to mess that up.
I think it can be messed up. He did a good job in it.
I mean,
and him playing.
He read the lines.
And the funny thing is, him playing a dude that's really like a big 6'4" football guy stuck in his little body is hilarious to me.
Yeah, and I feel like his size helps him out a lot.
That helps him be funny.
Yeah, that's it. That's something that you can't.
He picks fun at it a lot too. Like,
yeah, you got to laugh at yourself.
Yeah, like laugh at my. Look, I'm gonna ask you one thing, right? You said you never seen Laugh. I feel like you can't even understand why I like Kevin Hart so much if you don't watch Laugh at My Pain. Because I feel like if you watch it, you'll be like, you know what?
It's okay. Question: do they have a joke where he's like,
the "help me" joke? Help me.
Yeah,
that's not a no.
Oh, okay. But even then, I was like, okay.
That's later. But if you watch Laugh at My Pain, you're like, you know what? I can't mess with this guy. Then I'm like, I won't even bring it up to you ever again.
What is it on? Is it on Netflix?
Laugh at My Pain is probably on Netflix.
Yeah, because he has that deal that should have went to.
Cat Williams has a deal.
I'm just saying.
Cat Williams has a better deal.
He should have all the deals.
Okay, Cat Williams is great. Matter of fact, way before I ever saw Kevin Hart, I saw Pimp Chronicles. I thought, like, this guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like Cat Williams, too.
That's the authentic pimp himself. Love him.
He's not an authentic pimp. He's himself. He don't put no woman on the street, which is good.
Yeah.
We don't want him to be an authentic pimp.
Yeah, absolutely.
We 100% don't. But, but to let him say it, I think pimp, therefore I am. That's what he said. Okay.
It's like, how could you not crack that?
He's funny. Oh, man.
Okay, The Simpsons. Can we talk about this? Okay, let's first dive in, give some backstory on me and The Simpsons.
Uh-huh.
I love The Simpsons. Like, that's my thing. In my family, like my pictures with my family members, like in my phone, I'm going to show you.
You Simpsonized them?
Yeah, it's me and my little brother. Like, we're Bart and Lisa.
Aww.
And me and my dad's Homer. You know, like that's just our life. Like I love The Simpsons. And we made it like a family tradition to always watch them, especially like the Halloween episodes and things like that. So I always thought, though, it was weird that they would talk about these real subjects.
Mm-hmm.
And, you always notice like, oh, that could really happen. But then when it like came out, like they're predicting the future, like it's like something that they can't even deny. They don't deny it.
Mm-hmm.
How, like, what?
Yeah, that's
what's up with that? Do you think that he went back into the future and like,
yeah, like
now he's writing the script?
That's what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that Matt Groening, like if people are dead serious about it, you're not even joking.
Yeah, because I mean, it's too many. It's been too many instances from the Trump prediction, from what else? I forgot.
There's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot, but wait, the biggest one. Can't remember it.
I feel like the Trump prediction was the biggest one.
Well, that is a big one.
I feel like that's the one that started to set everybody off.
Yeah.
That made everybody start going back and looking at other ones. I can't think of any off the top of my head right now. But I've seen like 50. Just Google it real quick.
Yeah. Hold on. This is crazy.
Simpsons predictions that have come true. But
virtual vision. Yeah, they've been talking about virtual reality since 2016.
Mm-hmm. But virtual reality existed in 2016 already. Now, if you said 1989, that'd be different.
Future phone. In the 1995 episodes, Lisa's Wedding, they were talking about like FaceTime.
Oh, they had FaceTime on there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I mean, but we already had that on the Jetsons.
You're right.
We already had the Jetsons with that.
But the Simpsons do it differently though. Like they were talking about the Treehouse of Horror. that one episode where they were talking about the voter box being scammed.
Oh, well, yeah, you know.
That's crazy. That was crazy.
And now we're going to have to see that what you got to do is you got to actually take that link and share it with me so I can put it in the bottom of the notes.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh wow, it's so okay. I'm getting sidetracked. Yeah, because I can't. About the Beatles? Yeah, okay, sorry. Anyway. What's crazier, the fact that The Simpsons keeps predicting the future or the fact that it's been on air for 30 plus years and still going?
It's been on 30 years and still going. That's ridiculous.
Really?
I don't think there's anything else that's been on that long.
Yeah, no, it hasn't. I think they reached the award for longest running TV show.
No, I think WWE Raw has been out.
Longer?
Just as long, maybe. What season are they on right now?
I don't know. That's crazy though. That's crazy.
It might be just
real.
might be just as long as CTE. Yeah, it's not the same people on there.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Not the Rock and Stone Cold.
I'm just saying. Well, The Simpsons is much safer.
The Simpsons is definitely safer.
And I think it's also like a testament too of how this one show with the same idea, it never evolved. It's still their house. They never age. 30 plus years though.
What do you like? Do you like Simpsons or Family Guy more?
Simpsons, of course.
Simpsons, definitely.
I can get jiggy with Family Guy, though. I'm not like a one or the other. I can get jiggy with them. I think it's funny.
You saw the crossover between them?
Yes.
Yeah, it was dumb.
I mean, I enjoyed it for what it was, but I like crossovers. You remember Rugrats?
I love crossovers. What about Rugrats?
Rugrats and what's the jungle lady?
Oh, the Wild Thornberrys?
Yes, you remember that crossover?
I don't remember that. Rugrats.
You went into the movies and you had this like slip and you got to scratch and sniff.
I don't remember that.
What? Do y'all remember that? Does anyone know about that?
No.
What the hell am I making? Is this a Mandela effect?
Might be a Mandela effect.
It really happened.
You might be from a different dimension.
Sometimes I feel like that.
Yeah, it's very possible.
Blade Runner.
What about Blade Runner?
No, I don't really I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't want a robot to look like a human doing things. I wouldn't want to sit on this couch knowing you're a robot, but you look just like you look like you.
The China's already doing that though. I just saw a live conference where they showed their humanoid robots. They look just like people. It's crazy.
Yeah, and they can do like even the facial expressions. I actually had like a guy show me his son was in Dubai at some kind of conference, and he was showing him like top secret. I don't know. Can I talk about this? Well, I don't know him. Fuck it. He was showing me videos of like these robots, these humanoid robots, and how like all you got to do is give them your name, and you have 3 kids, and he named the kids. It was just crazy. But like the robot was like, it was showing so much compassion, and just like, it was scary. It's very scary, very manipulative. Like, I could see myself getting finessed by a robot into giving all my information.
Yeah.
No, that's not okay.
It's definitely not, but I mean, that's the world we're going to be living in, or that will eventually exist. Robots are a thing. That's going to be a thing. Robots that have AI on board. Robotics is improving, and AI is improving, and so eventually they'll coincide. Just because it's a robot doesn't mean it's smart. But I mean, you put AI inside of it.
Yeah, that's when they be okay. Now it's an unfair fight. Okay, let's be real. Do you think AI could ever actually lead to a Terminator style takeover?
Yes. Like you
Why
say
you say it so fast?
Because they 100% could. It's 100% a possibility if we don't steward the technology correctly. If we don't care about the way technology is created, and we allow ourselves to create Gen AI and don't put the right amount of safeguards around it, then there's no telling what it's going to decide to do.
Well,
just like Atlas is a better example. You remember Atlas with Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah.
That's actually, I think, a better example of what could probably happen than Terminator. I see that as very, very, very possible.
We need like an emergency off button. for just technology, period.
Mm-hmm.
But would they do that?
Would they do it?
Why hasn't it been done? Or is it? Do you think it is done?
I don't know. Yeah, because there's not really a way to just press a button and just be like, all technology doesn't work unless you're talking about like an EMP and just blow up just shut off everything in the world.
Then why do they say all the time that like there's a way for our internet to be down and we would remember where they were talking about that like maybe like last year, years
you
ago?
definitely could shut off the internet.
I mean, and they were saying that it'll cripple us and
Yeah. I mean, that's a thing that could happen because you can use.
Who has that button? Where's that button?
I don't know if there's a button for it, but I mean, it doesn't mean you. But it's not a matter of there's a button. There's a matter of there's technology that you can use like an EMP pulse and just shut everything off. So if somebody has a button that does it, so why can't they shut?
Like, why can't they use it for our advantage? Like,
I don't think that. I don't think that
finesse the gas prices. Like
finesse the gas prices.
You know, it seems like AI is only benefiting. Or just technology sometimes doesn't really benefit us as much as we would like. Unless we're talking about like a crypto scammer. I don't know. Well, that's not helping.
It's not helping anybody except the scammer. And
temporarily.
And who they're giving the money to.
Until they're in Miami spending millions of dollars. You seen that? That was crazy. They were like 10. No, they weren't like 10, but they were like really young doing that too. It's like, bro, and then they went back and spent another $1 million. It's like, bro, be cool.
Like that's not what you're supposed to do. That's how you get odds. You never heard of Al Capone or nothing like that.
Yeah, like what? That's how you know that new generation, man. They not watching The Godfather. They not watching things. They don't understand that.
They don't understand the game. They don't respect the game.
Yeah, they don't respect the game.
You know that clip from Mekhi Phifer.
Yes,
I love the game.
I love that. You feel me? Like my shirt. It says all I do is make money and come home.
That's a good plan. That's all I do. If I even leave the house.
Work from home. That's the conclusion of today's episode. It's like, no, I'm just playing. Okay. Well, guys, that concludes this episode. When TV got it right, the future is now. Thank you again for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all social media at It's Deeper Than Code. I'm Chrissy again.
I'm Big Papa Code. Peace.
We're signing up.
I'm the one that you should call when you learn to code. Success follow me around if you didn't know. From the bottom, so the top, the only way to go. Yeah, man, they call me Mr. CTO. I'm the one that you should call when you learn to code. Success follow me around if you didn't know. From the bottom, so the top, the only way to go. Got in this game from a humble beginning, but now we win and came up.